enterprise performance management solution. And we are looking at providing our customers with the benefit of oftentimes focus on a single building, right? And there's tremendous benefit derived as a result. Well, what we're trying to do is identify the basic needs out of that project and apply those basic needs across hundreds or perhaps even thousands of buildings, so that we can derive and deliver those benefits to our customers much more rapidly and at scale. Quite frankly, it's a simple answer, and that is the needs come directly from our customers. We started this project, in some ways it was probably 18 months ago, but really the heart of it was about a year ago, where we made trips all over the world, including here in India, and just spent time with customers, explaining to them what we thought the vision was, and what we thought the benefits would be as a result, and capturing their needs and their input. And so a lot of the things that we've talked about and a lot of the things that you see in our release are focused on delivering on needs that our customers have told us about, much earlier in the process. Probably 2.5 years ago, we launched our first intelligence-based application in the buildings market. We've got building management platforms that have been very active and very successful in the market for dozens of years as well. Again, really about 18 months to a year ago was the reality that we needed to start taking some of the capability that we've been building and really start to repurpose it for a next generation platform. In the 80s and in the early 90s, industrial manufacturers went through a phase of consolidation, and through that consolidation, they ended up with hundreds of different financial systems in a single business. In the 2000s, the CRM market emerged in very much the same way, although a different added complexity to the CRM evolution, where there's a lot of disparate systems that came together to solve a simple common problem. At the same time, the idea of cloud platforms emerged, and the idea of going from a perpetual licensing model to a subscription licensing model happened at the same time. So in many ways, I see what we're going through in the buildings market very similar to the evolution of both of the ERP and the ERP solutions in the past. It's really been a little bit disruptive already to building owners, right? Building owners who have traditionally signed a 1, 3, 5-year contract for its tenants is being disrupted by this new business model where somebody can rent a desk for a day or a month if they need to. Our customers are absolutely, first of all, recognizing in many cases that their real estate investments and strategies need to have a more consumption-based model to it. They've got excess capacity. How can I fill that capacity? How can I be more dynamic and have relationships with? Somewhat related to that, they're also looking for new revenue streams. How can I generate revenue in a way that's different than the way I have in the past? And for some, that desk renting kind of thought process is a good solution for them. But from our perspective, we need to be able to provide our customers better insight into their own utilization. How am I consuming my space? If I'm underutilized, what space can I rent out on a short-term short-term duration and desk-based model? Or if I'm overutilized, how do I actually turn my own internal business into a profit center, my facilities management business into a profit center, so that my lines of business have to buy internally when they're oversubscribed from their plan? We have several large opportunities in India that are very much objectives for my organization, some of which will not only be relevant in landmark opportunities and customers when they get announced for India, but I think even globally. I think the core problem set are the same. I think, by and large, everybody's trying to figure out how to do more with less. How can I understand where my opportunities for improvement are, and how can I consistently go after those opportunities in a uniform way and feel certain that I'll obtain the benefits from doing so? I think being able to deliver that set of capabilities to some of the key customers we're working on here in India, quite frankly, that's the same objective I have on every continent, including the Americas. We don't think that the data is ours. In fact, contractually, it's our customers' data, right? We are just stewards of it. Oftentimes in India, we have customers that tell us that we don't want our data to leave India, which means that we have to have a different operating model for how we deploy Forge, and we'll be running an instance of Forge here in India to be able to satisfy that particular need. That's not an uncommon need, however. I hear it in Europe, I hear it in the Middle East, I hear it in various parts of the world where they don't want their data to leave a certain continent or a country. And so we'll be needing to deal with that, on a global scale.